Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Single receiver.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
To Jimmy Graham.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
And he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early, because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordarrelle Patterson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Panthers 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First down.
On first down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change. And at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
First and 10.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and a yard at the 6-yard line.
McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
It's just me and you. 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 58's the money. 58's the money. Trap 60. 58's the money.
Flush to his right, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Bears.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darnell Mooney with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Bears 14, Panthers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Christian McCaffrey on the...
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 11 yards there. First down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dancing, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They go play action. Trubisky.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
But it's 3rd down.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 34. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And this carries into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Play action. It's Trubisky.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on third down, good for 28.
28-yard gain.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Let's go. You tighten up. Mark set 33. 33. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Gonna let one fly for... Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson.
Chicago.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bears 24, Panthers 7. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is...
And he's into the clear. The 30. 10. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Trubisky gives to Cohen.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Number 12.
3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. McCaffrey following the penalty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. But it'll be 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte.
3 down. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 3 down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Cohen, the ball carrier, tackled at the 25-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing here, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Toss play, Cohen right side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he finds his tight end, Graham.
Trubisky's pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And inches.
Now Trubisky to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Bears.
Now Cohen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 38, Panthers 14. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Broke 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Dump off here complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
8-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw again. Completes it to Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
They'll take over at 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Chicago, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I don't know nobody, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team.
I don't be with him, it's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the go place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, done.
Hey, I don't know nobody, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on
Hey,
it.
couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. It's that's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but I'm a it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, done.
Hey, I don't know nobody, I'm on this every day.